Hello and welcome to Inside the Summit League, the only league in the country with mastodons and jackrabbits and leathernecks and golden grizzlies. Montana is the Grizzlies, but they're not golden like those at Oakland. Those four mascots, though, in the Summit League at Fort Wayne, South Dakota State, Western Illinois, and Oakland University, exclusive to the Summit League. There are several Jaguars like IUPUI. There are several Bison. There's a few Mavericks and even a few more Coyotes other than the University of South Dakota. And there is one other school in the nation that goes by the mascot of the Kangaroos other than Kansas City. That is Austin College in Texas. Now you know. Anyway, this week on Inside the Summit League, a jumping jackrabbit on the South Dakota State volleyball team who is turning out to be one of the best ever at SDSU. Bison on the run in Fargo, the story on a very good women's cross-country team at North Dakota State. And a defender for one of the contenders in men's soccer. We catch up with the defending Defensive Player of the Year in the Summit League. Plus, Terry Vanderbeck from the Sioux Falls Argus later will join us, talk a little South Dakota State University volleyball and changes for the better in the last couple of years for the Summit League. But starting with volleyball, league play will get started this weekend with matches on Friday the 14th. So far in the non-league matches, Fort Wayne has fared very well. Let's pick up the highlights with Fort Wayne taking on Wright State, and the Dons have put together a 6-match winning streak, win number 6 coming in this one against Wright State. Megan Steenheisen had 34 set assists for Fort Wayne. Haley Emmenheiser with the kill, and the Dons won the first 2 sets. Tessa McGill had 19 digs. She's already earned one Player of the Week honor this season. Emily Spencer had 9 kills. Freshman Sarah Heckman had a kill, and Fort Wayne won it 25-16, 25-14, 25-16, 6 wins in a row for the Fort Wayne women. So take a look at the standings in women's volleyball so far. Fort Wayne took that 6-match streak into a match at Michigan State over the weekend. Took 5 sets, but Michigan State won 3-2. Fort Wayne then played Georgia and Albany on Saturday. Fort Wayne beat Georgia 3-1 and beat Albany 3-0. So Fort Wayne is now 9-2 on the season. Defending league champion North Dakota State has had a tough schedule so far. They played another big Division I over the weekend in the tournament at the University of Wisconsin. The Bison beat Milwaukee 3-2 on Friday, lost 3-0 against Wisconsin, and then beat Drake 3-1. So the Bison now still at the bottom of the league here early on, but they are 3-6. And as you see, South Dakota State off to a good start. The Jacks won the Gonzaga tournament last weekend out in Spokane, Washington, with wins over Gonzaga, Eastern Washington, and Cal Riverside there. And South Dakota State finally got to play on their home floor with 3 matches at the Jackrabbit Invitational, taking on Green Bay on Friday. And Kelli Fiegen, the senior, finished with 14 kills and a match-high 8 block assists in this one. She was a huge part in this victory as well. The Jacks got down 2-0, but came back, won the last 3 sets, 25-19, 25-17, and 15-7. So the Jacks improved to 7-2 with the win. SDSU got right back at it on Saturday at Frost Arena in Brookings, facing Bradley in this one in a Player of the Week alert. As we go to the next highlights, Caitlin Klingman with a kill here. She had 15 kills in the match, and the Jacks won the first set 25-21. Bradley came back, won the second and the third. The Jacks won the fourth, and then Bradley, though, won the fifth, 15-12 to win the match 3-2. So the Jacks are now 7-3 on the young season. Well, as you can see, there is usually a whole lot of Kelli Fiegen in an SDSU highlight clip. She is a senior from Parkston, South Dakota. She was the Summit League Player of the Year in 2010 and a First League All-Summit League player last year. Fiegen looking forward to a super senior season this year.
The South Dakota State volleyball team is off to a hot start this fall, starting the season 7-3 through their first 10, with a big help from senior Kelli Fiegen. The Summit League's Defensive Player of the Week last week leads the conference in hitting percentage and blocks, but is quick to tell you that it has been a work in progress.
I think over the years, I've become a smarter player. When I came in as a freshman in my early years, it's just all about getting out, hitting the ball. And so I just really tried to work on using more shots, more mixing up how I attack, hitting different spots in the court, not trying to bounce it on the 10-foot line every time.
That focus has translated to success on the court as Fiegen and her teammates regather from what was a disappointing 2011 season.
We really want to focus on the little things, and every day we remind ourselves last year and how disappointed we are not dwelling on it, but using it as motivation, firing us up every day, focusing on the things that we lacked last year and really trying to drive those, make those our strengths this year.
And as an experienced senior, Fiegen believes she knows how to be a leader and guide her teammates to success.
Like, volleyball is such a team sport and it takes everybody, and so when one person is striving, one person is excelling, it's really easy to build off that because one play leads to the next and everybody builds off the next person, and just bringing the emotional side of it in again is just something that I like to do because volleyball is such a momentum game. And as soon as you get the momentum on your side, that's when you start rolling. So that's really what we try and focus on, but in the appropriate manner, not getting carried away.
Even head coach Phil McDaniel gives a great deal of praise to Fiegen and knows how special she is to the team.
She's just a very, very unique player. She's long, she's physical, she's a hard worker, she's fast along the net, you know, and she jumps very well, you know. And so she's got all the tools that she needs to be very special in her position, and she's come such a long way since her days at Parkston, you know, in high school, her junior and senior year, and just continues to get better and work harder every day.
And the Jacks will play at Omaha this Friday. When we come back, Terry Vanderveck from the Sioux Falls Argus Leader. He is the South Dakota State beat writer. We'll talk a little bit more about South Dakota State University volleyball and how the Summit League has changed for the better in the last couple of years.